Hello and namaste. This is Jewel from Goddess Creative. This is a little musings today. This is more about meditation and what I've learned about meditation, and this will probably resonate for those that are definitely on their spiritual path or on their journey, or that would like to develop themselves more and come into their true selves of who they really are, not just on this 3D plane. A great person and a good person working in this 3D, or a good father, a good mother, or a good daughter, or a good son, but more so about developing their true self, which is why we meditate anyway, is to help really connect and bring in our true self, our higher self, if you want to call it that, and getting to know the real inner self, the real being, your soul source self. So yeah, that's what this video is more about today. This is kind of brought to my attention because I've met a couple of people lately, one last week that meditates regularly. He meditates regularly, but seems to do it out of rote, out of practice, and seems to be very much, when he does meditate, very much be in the head space, because he's really coming from that left brain thinking of what you're meant to do and how to do it. And I just thought that was really sad, because he wasn't in his feeling of how to meditate. He wasn't feeling any of it in his body, which I thought was really sad. And then I met another person on the weekend that also said to me, yeah, meditation is something that I'm really interested in. You know, I'd like to meditate more. I'd like to really get to know what nirvana is, or know what nirvana is. And I said, yes, I experienced that. And he said to me, can you honestly say that you experienced nirvana? And I said, yes, I can honestly say I experienced nirvana. And it's a really hard thing to put into words and to try and explain to people. But if you are meditating from your full soul self being, not just coming from doing meditation that is a guided meditation, or not just doing meditation that is sitting and emptying the mind, or trying, working hard to empty the mind, which can be really frustrating. And that's not the meditation I'm meaning. Meditation is allowing yourself to really connect with your soul source self, your spiritual aspect self, and allowing that soul source self to connect with source, and source will come through and connect with you. Once you do that and you're feeling that energy through your body, that's how you open up the channels and really connect in. And so what do I mean by that? I mean, it's to go allow yourself to connect into the feeling, your energetic body, but also your feeling energy centers, which you will call your chakras, right? So a lot of people say come from the heart space, which is your heart chakra. And yes, you can move and channel energy through this chakra, but you can also light up your energy centers, and you can also connect what's called heaven on earth and channel energy and bring energy in. And you can also just allow yourself to enjoy that blissful energy, because it's that blissful energy is what I'm talking about, is nirvana, to feel that energy run through your body. And So when you do that, you can also get carried. You can allow yourself to soar. When I say soar, you can allow yourself to go on a journey, to learn more about yourself, to experience. When you do this often, that's this practice, it moves you out of the mind space and into the feeling energetic space. And that's what I'm trying to share with you today. So you can soar and learn and discover and bring back the wisdom that is held within all of us. And that is really always there, but mostly lays dormant until you awaken it with this kind of practice. So the more you practice doing this is when these energy centers open up, the flow of energy, you can feel it in your body. It feels amazing. It feels really tingly and beautiful and warming, and you can feel it. I would particularly say, really sensitive people would be able to feel it for sure. So the more you do this kind of practice, the more you can bring that in. And the key is to get out of the head, get out of the head space and get into the body, but at the same time not get into the body where you feel like, initially you may have to do it where you're feeling like you are releasing any pain in the body, anything that's niggly or irritating in your body, just to move out of that head space of the body that is distracting you, but then you move into the space that is feeling like just an amazing, absolutely amazing feeling space. So yes, it is getting out of the head and being in the body, but not being in the body, the 3D body. It's feeling your soul source body is what I'm trying to explain here, where you feel the energy flow through your body, but you're not distracted by your body. So, for example, your body sitting on the sofa, or your body feeling something. If it's, you have to clear that bit, because otherwise, if you focus just on that bit, that'll be all that you focus on. So what I'm saying is you need to clear any of that and then move into the body space, and also into the heart space of just feeling the energetic flow go within. And this is what is complete bliss, nirvana, and divine connection. So I'm just going to bring this up for you here. And this is a beautiful card from, who was it? Rebecca Campbell of Work Your Light Oracle cards. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And that is the feeling of nirvana that you actually feel when you start doing this practice on a more regular basis. And it's that whole feeling of bliss and running energy through your body. See the light going through her body. And it is anchoring in that energy is about, you hear like light workers say, they're anchoring in the energy for a certain area, for a certain place. And they do it unconsciously without even just knowing that they're doing it and all that kind of stuff. But when they meditate and they do actually bring the light up through Gaia, through the center of the earth, and then also down through their whole body, through their whole system, from source, which is, you can see in this picture, this is anchoring in the energy to a certain area. So this is what I do when I run energy through my body. So I bring it down from source, from the highest source truth wisdom, and down from Gaia, through light from Gaia, up through my body, and I anchor in the light. And that's what's called anchoring in the light for a certain area. And that's what a lot of light workers do. And we do it without even thinking that we're doing it, but you can consciously do it too. So I consciously do it. So yeah, that's really such a beautiful card. And so you get information and you get stuff that comes through. And yesterday in my meditation, So what I got through, and I've never had this information before, was regarding Lemuria, right? And I didn't know much about Lemuria, and I don't really connect, or well, I have channeled a lot before, but I haven't channeled for a little while because I'm really conscious of the energy that I allow to come through. You know, whether it be, you know, who is it coming from, the galactic beings it's coming from, and all that. So I always want it to be, I want to be very conscious that I am connecting with the highest light possible, my highest soul source self, because I know I am pure aspect of source light consciousness. That's what I work with. So I don't connect with anything that is not resonating on this highest level. So for me to hear, and I got Lemuria come in, was really unusual for me because I don't normally connect with any other galactic beings. So I was quite surprised, and so obviously I had to look that up. And then I come across a really old book of mine. This is such an old book. This is Diana Cooper's book here, 2012 and beyond. Really, so I was reading this before 2012, and she just talks about the changes of the earth and the change, you know, lots of changes we have going forward as the planetary shifts happen, the unfolding, what's happening to certain areas, the breakdown of the financial system, the breakdown of you know, our institutions and all that. But then she also talks about Lemuria. And the Lemurian energy was strongest in Australia and New Zealand, Hawaii and the Polynesian Islands, is part of Alaska and the northwest of Africa. So the energy is very strong, the Lemurian energy net, very strong in these areas. So I thought that was really, really interesting. And I got the information that I am connecting with the Lemurian Light Council. So I thought that was just so, it was surprising and interesting for me. Lemurian is very much, they're all about healing energy. So it's very important now. A lot of people will be activating and waking up this healing energy, this ancient old energy. So yeah, I thought that was super interesting because this is the kind of things that you find out, and these kind of things come to you and you have premonitions and stuff like that when you meditate. So, you know, I encourage you to very much trust your path. This one. Trust your path. Trust your path. Because we are very much birthing a new age. Absolutely we are. These planetary shifts, that's what happened on the 21st of December. This age of Aquarius is coming in, and we are birthing a new age, which is so true. So you should very much trust the niggle. Trust the information you get. So I extended on this a little bit more, this Lemurian energy, and I wanted to find out, because I like to know who I'm connecting with, as I said. So I watched Sasha Stone did readings with Alessandro and what's his partner's name? I can't remember what his. They measure quantum energy. They measure energetic levels of all the galactics and all the planets. So that was really, really interesting. And they had measured, obviously, our Earth energy, the human. They measure you know, a lot of the galactics that a lot of people channel, and they also did Lemuria, the Lemurians, and I thought it was so amazing, the insight that they got. And Alina is her name, Alina and Alessandro measure the work, and they take it from the David Hawkins, right? energies, which are from the map of consciousness. Here we go here, which is the different levels, right? And so, you know, loving and energy, benign love energy is a resonance of around, starts at 500. And all being and all knowing is 600, right? Enlightenment starts at 700, going up from there. So they've used David Hawkins' consciousness map, measuring the level of consciousness of different planets and different galactic beings. So it was really, really, really interesting for me to see what they came up with Lemuria. So Lemurian energy starts at 700, which is all about that enlightenment. So they are really resonating at a really, really high level, the Lemurian energy, which is really lovely to know and to hear about, because obviously I had that connection come in. So I you know, to work with that energy, being the Galactic Council. So I just thought that was so interesting. And also Lemurians, they resonate, they start at the 15th, 16th and 17th dimension. So that's where they are. That's where they reside at, that dimension. So it's quite difficult for that energy to come through and connect with people unless you've done a lot of work, I would say. Might be why I had that come through, I'm not sure. But yeah, that would be an interesting to extend your knowledge and grow your understanding. You know, do check out Sasha Stone and Alina Alessandro's video on the galactics and the planets and the measuring of the conscious energy they do there, because that's such interesting work, and it's a great way to extend your knowledge. Also try and, you might have a bit of an affinity of what, you know, galactic energy you connect with. So that could be interesting too. So yeah, that's basically, this is my little musings for today, and I just wanted you to, yeah, basically answer the call and trust your path. And that was what I was wanting to share today, was about that. And because we are all here, we're all here on our spiritual journey, on our path to become the best of who we can be, and transcend this 3D level. That is the process, you know. Yes, it is. We would like to be abundant and we want to bring in this crypto wealth. Absolutely, absolutely. But really, you really do bring in abundance on all levels. So if you can't just have it on one level, it doesn't work like that. It's abundance on all levels. You know, everything, it's all or nothing, it's everything. You know, it's like we're all connected. You open the channels for everything. When you know, you want to call in abundance, you need to become your abundant self as well, your abundant being, your abundant energetic flow, and defining that, not just your abundance of material wealth. It's an abundance of love. It's an abundance of raising your vibration and energetic flow. It's all in everything. It is all one. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you today. I hope you enjoy this. I know it won't resonate with all, but I'm hoping for some of you it will maybe trigger some of your wisdom. We all got that divine wisdom within us. We've all got that knowing. Just most of it we don't trust it, or we don't allow it to come through. If you do some daily, or not even daily, but you know, if you can, to start by doing it a couple of times a week, if you can find the time to daydream and start your meditation. It doesn't have to be regimental. It doesn't have to be, you know, waiting for the time to be right. Just take 5 minutes, lie under a tree and meditate. Sit on the grass, or take 5 minutes and sit on the sofa and turn off the TV. That kind of thing, to really find and connect in with your true self, because your true self is so powerful. It is so, so powerful. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I know I've rattled on a lot, but I really, really wanted to share this. This is part of my growth and my journey. It is about sharing. It is about sharing, you know, guiding and assisting people with their growth. Yeah, that's definitely my role as a light worker and holding the light for a certain area. Okay, much love always. Namaste.